Douglas MacArthur. January 26, 1880 to April 5, 1964. Was an American military leader who served as General of the Army for the United States, as well as a Field Marshal to the Philippine Army. He served with distinction in World War I, was Chief of Staff of the United States Army during the 1930s and played a prominent role in the Pacific Theater during World War II. MacArthur was nominated for the Medal of Honor 3 times, and received it for his service in the Philippines campaign. This made him, along with his father Arthur MacArthur Jr., the first father and son to be awarded the medal. He was one of only 5 men to rise to the rank of General of the Army in the U.S. Army, and the only one conferred the rank of Field Marshal in the Philippine Army. Raised in a military family in the American Old West, MacArthur was valedictorian at the West Texas Military Academy and first captain at the United States Military Academy at West Point, where he graduated top of the class of 1903. During the 1914 United States occupation of Veracruz, he conducted a reconnaissance mission, for which he was nominated for the Medal of Honor. In 1917, he was promoted from major to colonel and became Chief of Staff of the 42nd Rainbow Division. On the Western Front during World War I, he rose to the rank of Brigadier General, was again nominated for a Medal of Honor, and was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross twice and the Silver Star 7 times. From 1919 to 1922, MacArthur served as Superintendent of the U.S. Military Academy, where he attempted a series of reforms. His next assignment was in the Philippines, where in 1924 he was instrumental in quelling the Philippine Scout Mutiny. In 1925, he became the Army's youngest Major General. He served on the court-martial of Brigadier General Billy Mitchell and was president of the American Olympic Committee during the 1928 Summer Olympics in Amsterdam. In 1930, he became Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army. As such, he was involved in the expulsion of the Bonus Army protesters from Washington, D.C., in 1932, and the establishment and organization of the Civilian Conservation Corps. In 1935 he became military advisor to the Commonwealth Government of the Philippines. He retired from the Army in 1937 and continued as Chief Military Advisor to the Philippines. MacArthur was recalled to active duty in 1941 as Commander of United States Army Forces in the Far East. A series of disasters followed, starting with the destruction of his air forces on December 8, 1941 and the Japanese invasion of the Philippines. MacArthur's forces were soon compelled to withdraw to Bataan, where they held out until May 1942. In March 1942, MacArthur, his family and his staff left nearby Corregidor Island and escaped to Australia, where MacArthur became Supreme Commander, Southwest Pacific Area. Upon his arrival, MacArthur gave a speech in which he promised, "I shall return to the Philippines." After more than 2 years of fighting, he fulfilled that promise. For his defense of the Philippines, MacArthur was awarded the Medal of Honor. He officially accepted the surrender of Japan on September 2, 1945 and oversaw the occupation of Japan from 1945 to 1951. As the effective ruler of Japan, he oversaw sweeping economic, political, and social changes. He led the United Nations Command in the Korean War with initial success. However, the invasion of North Korea led the Chinese to enter the war, causing a series of major defeats. MacArthur was contentiously removed from command by President Harry S. Truman on April 11, 1951. He later became chairman of the board of Remington Rand. He died in Washington, D.C., on April 5, 1964.